Let us begin the program and know the thoughts of Jagadguru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampalji Maharaj from Satlok Ashram Barwala district Hisar Haryana versus the thoughts of the chief of Hansa Desh Cult Sant Shri Satpalji Maharaj from Punjabi Bagh Delhi. Viewers, today we will talk via Sadhana TV channel with respected Sant Satpal Ji Maharaj. So, taking the discussion forward, first we welcome Maharaj Ji. Maharaj Ji, many greetings to you.
Thank you. Namaskar.
We would like to know who is your respected deity.
Our respected deity is our Sadguru, who has given us knowledge and we have reverence and loyalty in him. Maharaj Ji, we just asked about your favorite deity and you told us that your respected deity is your Sadguru. What do you mean by Sadguru? Kindly throw some light on it. Sadguru is our Hans Ji Maharaj, is our Sadguru who is our learned Guru. Although Guru's tradition is very ancient, but he is our respected deity.
You just heard the views of the head of Hansa Desh Panth, Sant Shri Satpalji Maharaj from Punjabi Bagh, Delhi. Let us know the views of Jagadguru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampalji Maharaj from Satlok Ashram Barwala district Hisar Haryana.
Maharaj Ji, who is your respected God?
This servant's respected is the presiding God is Paramakshar Brahm, whose synonyms are Almighty, Satpurush, Eternal, Shabad Swarupi Ram, etc. are the analogous names of the same Paramakshar Brahm. His real name is Kabir Dev. Kabir Sahib is Allahu Akbar. This God created the entire universe and all living beings. He is the creator God. All creator means that he is the creator of all the souls. All souls have been created by him. He created the entire universes, and the 5 elements and 3 qualities were also created by the same God, Paramakshar Brahm, Kabir Dev, and the same God, the same Paramakshar Brahm, whom we call as Satpurush in the saints' language, descended on the holy land of India in the year 1398, Samvat 1455, in the early morning hours, Brahma Muhurat of full moon day of Jesht Shuddhi from Satlok, came from his native place by acquiring an infant form and sat on a lotus flower. From there, a husband and wife named Niru Nima, who belonged to the weaver caste, used to work as a weaver, were childless, picked him up and took him home. By living in the colony of weavers, living in the weaver community, doing the work of weavers after growing up, God was called a weaver. He is the respected God of the servant.
You just heard the views of Jagadguru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampalji Maharaj from Satlok Ashram Barwala district Hisar Haryana. Now let us know the views of the chief of Hansa Desh Panth, Sant Shri Satpalji Maharaj from Punjabi Bagh, Delhi. We would like to know who is your respected deity.
Our respected deity is our Sadguru, who has given us knowledge and we have reverence and loyalty in him.
You just heard the views of the head of Hansa Desh Panth, Sant Shri Satpalji Maharaj from Punjabi Bagh, Delhi. Let us know the views of Jagadguru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampalji Maharaj from Satlok Ashram Barwala district Hisar Haryana.
Your Majesty, our respected deity and Sadguru Dev the same or their existence is different?
The respected deity is the worshipped God, and Gurudev is a representative of that God, of that respected, who explains the method to attain that God. The saints who call their Satguru, Guru, as their God, do not have any spiritual knowledge. They cannot be spiritual teachers. This Kal, through his fake saints, through fake priests, by these fake Acharyas and Shankaracharyas, has hidden the true path of God. The servant has been given this service to tell the truth, to bring truth to the children of God, and this servant is marching only by the grace of that God until the last breath, will continue to speak this truth, the correct knowledge of God, and will surely give this message to the children of God, no matter how long it might take. The time will come. God is with us. Holy scriptures are with us. The weapon of a saint is holy scripture. It is the weapon of saint. Kabir Sahib says, "Aur gyan sab gyanari, और कबीर ज्ञान सो ज्ञान, और जैसे गोला तोप का, अब करता चले मैदान." Comparing the knowledge given by these ignorant saints, by comparing the knowledge of many saints, Acharyas, Shankaracharyas, to the knowledge of the holy texts, this servant has brought it to the society. Only a few of them remain, and I am putting them face to face to you. Amongst the ignorant about the path of true devotion, there is one cult named Hansa Desh, inside which crores of devotees are trapped. And the devotees are devotees. They blindly trust their God. They have blind faith in their Guru, and the devotee should have this nature as well. Because the student cannot object the words of the teacher, because he is believing him to be a teacher. So if that teacher is teaching that student 2 into 2 equals 6, then that child will read it as 2 into 2 is 6. And if some other person tries to tell him at home that you are wrong, then he does not believe. This is his nature. He trusts his teacher. Now, these fake saints misused this nature, saints who are ignorant of true spiritual knowledge. They had no knowledge of scriptures, no knowledge of Vedas and Gita and Puranas, and they became a guru. Becoming a guru is not a children's game. Ruining a precious human birth and taking its weight on one's own head. This is a very big crime in the law of God. Now I will put face to face to you a cult named Hansa Desh. Its originator is Shri Hans Ram Singh, who was later called Hans Ji Maharaj. Hans Ji Maharaj was a very virtuous soul. He was a great Mahatma. He had 2 sons. One is named Shri Satpalji Maharaj and the other is named Shri Premji Maharaj, who is also called Bal Yogeshwar, and whose publicity is more in America and even here as well, but he comes here very little. Now, they are saints, they are gurus, our teachers, and our syllabus is we are students, you are a student, and our spiritual syllabus in the curriculum is Holy Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Holy Four Vedas, pious Puranas, and pious Kabir Vani, Kabir Sagar, Kabir Sakhi, Kabir Bijak. This is the law of human society. It is a syllabus. It is a law of spirituality. The person who imparts knowledge contrary to the holy books, then that teacher is teaching out of syllabus, is teaching separate from its syllabus. If a teacher gives knowledge outside of the syllabus, then that teacher is not correct. He is the enemy of students. So all the present saints, Mahants and Acharya Shankaracharyas are doing this work. The servant, with great respect, considering these religious gurus to be equipped with true spiritual knowledge, used to perform the same worship based on the knowledge gained from them from the day I got true spiritual knowledge. My soul was shocked that such a precious human life, and we were simply wasting it. We had accepted complete ignorance, thinking it to be correct in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 16, verse 23-24, it has been said that those who by abandoning the knowledge of the scriptures worship according to whimsical desires, they neither attain pleasure nor they attain salvation nor even any accomplishment. That is meaningless, useless. Then it is said in the 16th chapter, verse 24, with this Arjun, scripture is the only reference for you. Taking them as the base, pursue your devotion in the state of confusion on what devotional act should be performed and which should not be done, for that scriptures are the only proof.
You just heard the views of Jagadguru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampalji Maharaj from Satlok Ashram, Barwala, district Hisar, Haryana. Now let us know the views of the chief of Hansa Deshpant, Sant Shri Satpalji Maharaj from Punjabi Bagh, Delhi. The initiation you give, did you receive that from your guru or do you initiate your devotees yourself?
No, it is received from our Sadguru in our Guru tradition. In same tradition, it is received from our Guru.
Maharajji, the method of worship which you tell, is it mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita?
I told you Shrotriya Brahm Isht because that based on the scriptures. That is written in scriptures. Sadguru gives knowledge based on that. It is from by the scriptures, hence it is called Shrotriya Brahm Isht.
You just heard the views of the head of Hansa Deshpant, Sant Shri Satpalji Maharaj from Punjabi Bagh, Delhi. Let us know the views of Jagadguru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampalji Maharaj from Satlok Ashram, Barwala, district Hisar, Haryana.
Shri Satpalji Maharaj and Shri Prem Rawat Ji, who is called Bal Yogeshwar Ji, both these Maharaj are the sons and disciples of Shri Hans Ji Maharaj. They say that the initiation that our respected Gurudev Shri Hans Ji Maharaj used to give, the same initiation we are giving to our followers, pious souls, the practice which their revered Gurudev Shri Hans Ji Maharaj himself used to do. and the initiation he used to give. What did he receive from that? After 40 years of practice, he suffered from ghost problems. See the proof. Now Satpal Ji Maharaj and Shri Prem Rawat Ji, who is his younger brother, are giving the same worship. Then what will be the condition of their followers? Have a glimpse of the knowledge given by this Hans Ji Maharaj and the devotion that he used to do and preach. Is that spiritual practice that he used to do is according to scriptures or is against the scriptures, and how much benefit or loss he got from that devotion? It will be clear from that whether that practice was appropriate or incorrect. I will show this to you face to face. This is a book. Look here. This book is Amrit Ke Kalash. Shri Hans Ji Maharaj, Life and Experience. The editor is Chaman Lal Tandon, MA, MA, MEd, University of Delhi, MA. And from where has this been published? The publisher is Manav Utthan Seva Samiti, Head Office, 2/12 Punjabi Bagh, New Delhi. Printer and photo composing Rajeshwari Photo Setters, Private Limited, 2/12 Punjabi Bagh, New Delhi. Let me tell a little about his birth on page number 50. He was born in Suryavanshi family on 8th November 1900 in village Garki Sedia, Patti Talai, Paudi, Garhwal. His birth name was Hansram Singh. His father's name was Shri Ranjit Singh Rawat, and the name of his grandfather was Shri Hemant Singh Rawat, who was an ordinary farmer of the dynasty of Devshal Rawat. His mother's name was Mrs. Kalindi Devi. Kalindi Devi was a very religious and devout lady. She had strong faith and reverence for Mahadev and Parvati and always used to go to their temple for worship. Shri Maharaj Ji used to tell, Shri Hans Ji Maharaj used to tell that his mother used to take him also along with her to the temple, and there I used to see Mahadev and Parvati standing in form. Thus, since childhood, there developed in him an intense inclination towards God. He was a remarkable boy since childhood. Laughter always used to blossom on his face like a rose flower. Further, we will read on page number 51. He was a perfect man from childhood. He has some powers. Due to the deeds of his previous birth, he used to automatically get meditated and used to get lost in the love of God. While telling about his childhood on Guru Purnima of 1966, Shri Maharaj Ji said he died in 1966, and in this is a month or 2 months before that. While telling about his childhood on the occasion, Shri Maharaj Ji started saying that I had a lot of passion since childhood. When I was very small, about 8 years old, I saw God many times, and often I used to go into a deep meditative state. When I used to tell my Taiji or aunt, she used to say that it may happen just like that. Many times I used to close my eyes and catch God. I used to see the divine light and used to think that when others have met, then why doesn't he meet me? The situation ended. Now we will read on page 53. In search of enlightenment, Maharaj Ji used to interact with people of every religion and used to ask about the internal experiences which he used to have. Maharaj Ji also studied different religious principles during this period, but no one assured him of direct experience with God. The Saint Mahatma only kept book knowledge or classical opinion in front of him, with which he could not get satisfaction. The curiosity about meeting the Supreme Power had become strong in him. He found most of the sages to be mere monks of appearances. Incidentally, in Lahore, Sri Maharaj Ji met such a saint, and after taking initiation from him, his life got completely transformed, and he easily understood the deep mysteries of true spiritual knowledge under the guidance of Guru Maharaj Ji. Look here. Once in Delhi's Shakti Nagar Kothi, Maharaj Ji was sitting in the courtyard. Some devotees also came to see him there. Maharaj Ji was in a happy mood. Shri Maharaj Ji did not use to say anything on his behalf in his sermons and used to explain to people only based on the speeches of great saints. I was sitting nearby. I said, Maharaj Ji, you narrate the speeches of other great saints, but you never used to narrate your own experience. We want you to tell us something about yourself. Maharaj Ji laughed and said, well, now I tell the glory of other saints, whom people worship. And look, still people protest. If I will start putting my experiences, then people of this world will peel my skin just like Saint Mansoor. Let's analyze. He was a virtuous soul. Due to the earning of his previous birth, he had a passion for attaining the divine since childhood. He used to get deep meditative state. He used to see Lord Shiva and Parvati standing in form as mentioned in book. So he was a virtuous soul of previous birth. Only virtuous souls of previous births wander in search of God. And if they do not find the Satguru, then the end is very bad, as happened to Sri Hansraj Ji. I will just show you. We are reading further on the same 54th page. We have come down on 54th page. Sri Maharaj Ji started telling that I wandered a lot here and there in search of the truth. I could see light in my childhood. I could hear the divine sound. But I did not understand why all this happens. After all, my fate was very good. I got Guru Maharaj. Now on page 55, there was a communal meal for saints at one place. I went there. Earlier, I was of Arya Samaji's thoughts. I believed that there is nothing more than Om, and I believed in the Gayatri Mantra. There I heard the discourses of that great man. His words sounded strange. After listening to satsang, I said that, tell me, what do you want to say? He said that come to a place, there is our ashram. I reached there. It was raining, my clothes were all wet. I went, being wet in the rain. Mahatma Ji looked at me and laughed. He said that come tomorrow. I will tell you tomorrow. I presented a very big scene. Now we will move forward. We will read the part of our interest. We come to 57. We are reading on page 57 of book Amrit Ke Kalash. With how much difficulty I reached the next day is a long story. It was raining. There was a river on the way. When I crossed the river, I forgot the way, but after searching, when I reached the ashram, Guruji said, "You have come." I was drenched by then. I wore other clothes. Then he asked a devotee to spread something in the room. Then they took me there and made me sit on a seat. He told me that whatever we will tell you, if that is true, then do not tell anyone, and we tell you the truth. Then you give your body, mind and money to us. And the third point is that do 2 actions in privacy and do 2 actions all the time. I thought that if they tell a lie, then I will break their secret, and if it will be true, then it must be known. He said, "Say it with a true heart." I said yes. Now we have come to 59 of book Amrit Ke Kalash. I said yes, I am saying it from true heart. He then gave the sermon, explained the activities. By the way, I used to meditate even when I was a child and used to go into deep meditation state. And when I used to sit alone, the divine sound was heard. At that time, when he told this thing, a lot of light was seen and the divine sound was also heard. I also chanted and the mind was also stable. On the 3rd day, after bathing and wearing very clean clothes, I sat in a secluded chamber. And I vowed that if God exists, then he will give appearance to me, else I am perishable and I will destroy. No problem with it. If I am immortal, then I will go in some other life form, but will never take the name of God. After doing this, when I did meditation, immediately divine light started coming and concentration started rising. I got into deep meditative state. God was standing before me. What should I describe the spectacle of Guru Maharaj? That is, his Guru Maharaj stood in front of him. Even now, many times he appears in front of me. But this is not for everyone to do, because Guru Maharaj had said that this is your past life deeds. We have come to page 60, that this is your former birth's earning, and said that you have to give knowledge to crores of people. Now virtuous souls, whatever the slave keeps saying again and again, it is being proved that he was a virtuous soul of the previous life, was a seeker. They are also making it clear, their Guruji, that this has happened to you. Divine light is seen inside. Your concentration is established because of your previous birth's earning. And this cannot happen to anyone else. When everyone is doing the same activity, then it should happen to everyone. Why did it happen to one? And why shouldn't it happen to others? So, this is a big mess. This is the trap of Kal. And now it must be understood. We all must protect ourselves. He was a virtuous soul. His previous virtuous deeds were a lot. Just as the battery of an inverter is charged, whether you put the charger or not, it still lights a lot and fans also run. But when due to the lack of charger, his former ability will end, suddenly all the facilities will shut down. And the same situation happened with this Hansji Maharaj. Let's certify now. Now he was influenced by the ideology of Arya Samaj and used to chant the Om mantra. One such fake saint met this virtuous soul who even got rid of his Om mantra. He made him waste time by closing his eyes, ears while sitting in a secluded place. No saint did this Hatha Yoga. No evidence is in any holy scripture. In Gita Ji's chapter number 3, verse number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it is clarified that Arjun, if you will sit in a secluded place and will do worship, then how will you survive? So imposters used to do such deeds, hypocrites. See this, it is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Jai Dayal Govindka is its translator. This has been published from Gita Press, Gorakhpur, chapter number 3. This is chapter number 3. And we will read from verse number 4. soul can neither attain perfection, that is, yog, fidelity, without initiating deeds, nor can attain perfection, that is, accomplishments, by the mere refusal of deeds. Fifth, undoubtedly, no human being can live even for one moment in any age without doing deeds, because the whole human community is compelled to do deeds, karma, by natural attributes. Now look forward. 6th verse. Now this is the 6th verse. 5th, we have read, the foolish man who stubbornly stops all the senses from above and meditate from mind regarding the senses is called fictitious, that is dambhi, that is hypocrite. In the 7th, it has been said that, but O Arjun, the man who controls the senses by mind, being inactive, conducts karma yoga through all the senses, that is, while working, walking and moving, is only superior. What has been written in 8th, chapter 3, verse 8, you perform deeds that are scriptures based, which has evidence in the scriptures. Do that deed. Practice according to it. Perform deeds worth doing, because it is better to do the deed than not do the deed. And by not doing karma, you cannot sustain your body. Now what has been proved by this? That you should do the worship that is certified in the holy texts. What is that worship? Which is that? Where is its evidence? Like in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 8, verse number 13, the knowledge giver of Gita says, Om iti ekaksharam brahm vyaharan mam anusamran ye prayati tajam deham sayati paramam gatim. Of me, Brahm, there is one Om mantra, nothing else, only this. While chanting it, the person who leaves the body, that is, while remembering it, while chanting, the person who leaves the body, sayati paramam gatim, he attains the supreme state attained by Om mantra. There is no other mantra in the Gita Ji except this, for the worship of this Brahma. Then there is a special role of two gods in this. One is the knowledge giver of Gita, one is Paramakshar Brahma. The knowledge giver of Gita is speaking after entering inside Sri Krishna Ji. This is Brahma. This Brahma is speaking inside Sri Krishna Ji. This is Brahma, is Kshar Purush. He is also called Jyot Swarupi Niranjan, Kal by God Kabir. And he also says in Gita chapter 11, verse number 32, that Arjun, I am Kal. I have now appeared. I have come to eat everyone. I will destroy them all. Even if you will not fight, then also I will kill them. This is Kal. By entering Sri Krishna Ji, he is speaking the knowledge of Gita Ji. And he is saying that my mantra is Om of me Brahm, and only by chanting this will be the ultimate attainment which can happen with Om mantra. Where will the person go by Om mantra? Will go to Brahmalok. And even after attainment of Brahmalok, they are in recurrence. The creatures who reach there also return. Their birth and death always remain. It has been made clear in Gita chapter 8, verse 16, and the knowledge giver of Gita in Gita chapter number 2, verse 12, in chapter number 4, verse 5 and 9, he makes it clear that Arjun, you and I have been born several times. You do not know, I know. My birth and deeds are supernatural. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 10, verse number 2, also he makes it clear that I am born, but these deities and sages do not know about my birth because they have originated from me. And who can tell his origin, that is, father's origin? Grandfather can tell. That is, father of the father. The child does not know about the birth of his Father. So, all these creatures who are in the 21 universes have originated from Kal and Durga. So, we creatures here, how can we know about the birth of this Kal? This Jyot Swarup Niranjan, Kal's father, the father of Brahma, means Kabir God, that immortal had come and told his date of birth.
Come, let us know the experiences of those devotees who have received initiation from Jagadguru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji and are following the devotional path told by him.
What is your name?
Dr. Jai Narayan Chaudhary or Jai Narayan Das.
Sir, where have you come from?
I have come from Madhubani district, Bihar.
What work do you do?
I am doing medical practice.
How did you come in the refuge of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj?
The main reason for that was my daughter's illness. I wandered at many places for the treatment of my daughter. Her family members also wandered. Lakhs of rupees were spent. A lot of people who cure ghosts and phantoms have also seen her. There was no cure for my daughter. She did not get peace. When she was taken to the hospital, doctors used to get her CT scan done. Some used to get other tests done, but nothing was detected in the finding. When we used to take her to the ones who cure ghosts and phantoms, they used to say that ghost is there, but we cannot cure it. And in this way, wandering to so many doctors and so many other people, no support was received. In the end, by the way, she lives in Bengal. So I brought her from Bengal to Bihar. I showed her to the doctors there. I called 106 people at my place who cure ghostly problems. There also came such people who asked for 1 lakh rupees to cure. I said, you cure her, I will give you a check for 1 lakh. But those people also could not cure it. Then came 50,000 one. One party of 5,000 came, but nothing could be done by them. In the process, we also showed to many doctors. Her biggest complication was that if in the morning she would have pain in the right side from head to toe, then in the evening she would have on the left side. And the situation was such that someone was biting her with several teeths. And from there the flesh used to rise. She used to shout wildly. And she would keep praying repeatedly to God that give me death for this. No other support was left for me to live anymore. We were disappointed from everywhere. After that, people said that, Dr. Sahab, you are a doctor yourself, but you cannot adequately treat your patient for this problem. You take her to Delhi. Show her in All India Institute. From there we came to Delhi. The number in All India Institute was little lengthy. I took her to Sir Gangaram Hospital. There, I showed her to neurophysician. Those people wrote for MRI, vitamin deficiency B12, calcium D30 deficiency. These tests were worth 10,000. The report was received on third day. Nothing was found in that. That doctor, when we went to him on the third day, folds his hands directly and says that this is something out of my capability. Now you should find some other support for her. After that, some men in Delhi said that you take her to Balaji Mehndipur. There, complete treatment for your daughter's illness will be done. Whatever is her problem, it will be cured. After that, our relative had an AC car there. We went to Mehndipur by the same car. There was a huge crowd. A long queue was there. There were around 25,000-30,000 people. We thought that this will not work. So we went to the VIP quota. It was necessary. There the arrangement is in such a way that both Hanumanji and a ghost live in one chamber. And any patient, like with ghost and phantom, when they reach there, he or she starts talking. It starts speaking that who I am, for what reason I am holding her, but no part of my daughter's body, nothing moved, nothing happened. Frustrated from there, we again came back. I took her to the tomb of Muslims. Nothing happened with that. And during this time, we had injected her 500 bottles of water. In 4-5 months, 1,500 injections were given to her. And such injections were given in which the efficiency period of one injection is 8 hours. If we gave one injection to the cancer patient, then he sleeps sound for 8 hours. And she used to get 7-8 injections like that. And she did not even blink an eye. We had spent 8 lakh rupees on her treatment. Also, expenses were done for gods and goddesses. One day we came here from Delhi by car. Satsang was going on. The daughter was granted name initiation. I also took the name initiation. And when we went to seek blessings from Guru Maharaj Ji, this is probably the same place where we had come. The reason was her increasing outcry. She was brought along with some woman devotee and I was standing here. Guru Maharaj Ji, Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj. When looked at Ragini, then without asking her name, he said, Ragini, Kal has unfortunately caught you. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, no one can cure you. Durga cannot cure you. God will only cure your disease and you will be all right. Now, daughter, you don't worry. And after saying this, Guru Maharaj Ji gave her Charnamrit with his hands. And then after that, where I was standing, I stood up there to pray. I said, Guru Maharaj Ji, my daughter has come. She has come wandering from many places. She is not getting any support. You kindly bless her. Guru Maharaj Ji says, yes, Ragini is her name. I have given my blessings to her. She will do the meditation of God. Her disease will be cured. And the same happened. From that time itself, pain of her whole body completely finished. We showed in Bengal, showed in Bihar, showed in Delhi, showed in Rajasthan, finally in Haryana, in Satlok Ashram. Through Sant Rampal Ji, she was treated properly. And the effect was like magic. Even magic, I think, will also work with some delay. Like in a few minutes, until he recites the mantra, will rotate some stick, then it will be effective. Here Guru Maharaj Ji gave her blessings and her suffering ended immediately. The daughter is still healthy. She is fine.
What worship did you do before coming to the shelter of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj?
Initially, I used to worship Lord Shankar when I was very young. After that, on 14th November 1984, I received initiation from Bal Yogeshwar. I continued to be his disciple for 28 years. He used to say a lot of things, but I did not have divine experience. They used to say that God is formless. They used to narrate the verse of Gita. Naham vedarin tapsa naudanen chajjaya shakya evam vido drashtam drashtavanasi mamyatha. It is said that you cannot see him. You can feel him. And the thing that they made me experience when I used to read it occasionally in Bijak, then there a different description was found. And the description of these people was something else. Then I felt as if I was being badly cheated over there. I was a center assistant for 8 years. Many people became his disciples because of me. I did not experience anything. I practiced it for 28 years. But from the stage 1 that I started, from where my spiritual journey started, I stayed there until I came to the shelter of Jagat Guru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, from where my journey began. I had no spiritual development. No spiritual benefit was received. On contrary, I had so much trouble that a book will be written if I start to describe the problem. The job of a Sadguru is who protects against trouble, protects the body, cures illness, be a support in a crisis, should also give financial benefits on time, and he should do all work in the world with good health. Now we met God like Sant Rampal Ji. I have started getting stable. Now the scriptures that I read, I feel what is this real knowledge of Gita is. And the attainment of Satlok, how will be possible through the Sadguru? That path became accessible to me. And I am very relaxed with a very calm mind. I pray a lot. And whenever I used to read Gehri Nizar Gita or Adhyatmik Gyan Ganga, now I understand it word by word. And because of me, many people are getting influenced. And the main reason for this is that I am a practitioner there. I practiced for 40 years. Before that, I was in the Air Force. I received 4 medals from the government of India at the time of the liberation of Bangladesh. This influence is also in society. The second influence is due to being a doctor. I studied BA, MS. After that, I cleared MD. After that, I took FICA from USA. FICA's full form is Fellow of the International College of Angiology. Angiology means medical concerning vascular system. Nari Sanstha. Now, the prestige over there is such that people believe my point. The effect of my daughter's disease is in the minds of millions of people. That Dr. Sahib's daughter could not be treated. I showed in Bengal, showed in Bihar, showed in Delhi, showed in Rajasthan, finally in Haryana Satlok Ashram, Sant Rampalji Maharaj resides there. Through him she got the right treatment and the effect was like magic. And magic also, I understand, will also show its effect like a few minutes until he recites the mantra, moves some stick, then it will affect. Here Guru Maharaj Ji just blessed my daughter and her suffering ended immediately. And I give my heartfelt thanks to Guru Maharaj Ji. He is our Guru Maharaj Ji, the Supreme God. He is everything. And I also want to say one more thing, that Guru Maharaj Ji, millions will be his disciples, but he also knows me by my name. And without praying, he asks me sometimes, tell me, what is the news? What is the news of the daughter? After that, she is still very, very well. Her real illness started about 10-12 years ago. But we were not able to detect it properly. That was the problem. Sometimes there was a pain in the appendix. So then the appendicitis operation was done. If there was a pain in the gallbladder, then operation of the gallbladder was done. When there was pain in the lower part of the abdomen area, then we showed her to some gynecologist. If there was a headache, I showed her to the neurophysician. And all the tests were done. And after all this, in the end, no conclusion was drawn. And our money was spent. And after all this, finally, we find one place where there was no money spent. Received food for free. The arrangement was made to live for free. And got such love that I cannot express it with words. Honestly, like this, even our relatives also do not talk with so much love as much as Guru Maharaj Ji talks to us with affection and kindness. And I am very thankful to Guru Maharaj Ji that my life's well-being is happening. Now this situation which has happened to my daughter has created a feeling of pity in everyone's heart. There is a road close to my house. If anyone used to pass through that road, then they try to listen if Ragini was crying. No one had hoped that she will be laughing. But it was that is the doctor's daughter crying. But today she is the same girl. Seeing whom all the people become happy, and many people have remembered this address. Not many people have come. About 50 people came here with me and took the initiation. 100 books I have sent in the name of people from here for free via book post. People are very happy. The educated people, the stable people are not able to say that Dr. Sahab, you have got stuck somewhere in wrong place. All people want to know about God and want to make their life completely blessed.
Dr. Saab, you did various devotions of gods and goddesses, and then you have also been in the shelter of Bal Yogeshwarji. You did worship as told by him, and then you came to the shelter of Sant Rampalji Maharaj. Then what benefit did you get after taking initiation from Sant Rampalji Maharaj?
First benefit, stability came to my mind. The second benefit is the illness of my daughter, which after getting treatment from various places, from various doctors, from the hospitals, from the experts of the various ghosts, we were not benefited anywhere, that by coming in the refuge of Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, we immediately got benefit. And the living example of this is my daughter standing next to me. Now look at her health, and you can ask things related to the problem, you can ask yourself.
Sister, what is your name?
Ragini.
From where have you come?
From Bihar. I had a severe illness.
So what your father said, is it true?
Yes, it is true.
So how did your illness get cured?
By Saint Rampal Ji Maharaj Ji. He blessed, so I got cured.
Thank you so much. Dr. Saab, the translation that your respected Gurudev Sant Rampal Ji has done of the Vedas, of sacred Gita, and some present day Sanskrit scholars say that Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj does not know Sanskrit. So what do you have to say about that?
Look, I have also read Sanskrit, and I also know how to read Gita in Sanskrit. I also read a lot of Sanskrit texts. The interpretation that Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj has done of Gita, probably no other translator has done it in this way. I have read the books of various interpreters, but to the point, the way his answers are and his translation is, it is not like it in the any books of Sanskrit experts. There is a verse, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraj. All the translators have written Vraj as to come, that leaving all religions you come to my shelter. Whereas Vraj means to go. It is point to understand that where it should be to go, there the answer to the question given is to come. So with this it can be understood that how other people would have translated so many other verses, the wise people can understand. The translation of Guru Maharaj Ji, the interpretation which Guru Maharaj Ji is doing is irrefutable. It corresponds to the language, is spiritually compatible. There is also very good guidance for the various learned.
What message do you want to give to the devotee society?
The message to the devotee society from my side is that Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj has not just come in the form of Sant, he is a form of Param Brahma, and all of you, by obeying his command, make your life blessed and attain the eternal abode.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
आप सुन रहे थे जगत गुरु तत्वदर्शी संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी के मंगल प्रवचन। अधिक जानकारी के लिए विजिट कीजिए हमारी वेबसाइट www.jagatgururampalji.org। संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी के शुभ आशीर्वाद से पूरे विश्व भर में 500 से भी ज्यादा नाम दीक्षा केंद्र हैं, जिन पर संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी द्वारा ऑनलाइन निशुल्क नाम दीक्षा दी जा रही है। अपने नजदीकी नाम दीक्षा केंद्र का पता करने के लिए संपर्क करें 8222880541।